People who own Tesla stock are feeling the pain, and you may not want to buy on the dip and make more investments right now if you own Tesla stock. As the saying goes, most owners would rather keep their money safe in the bank or sell their stocks than watch the values of their assets slowly drop over time. I'm not going to talk about norms right now. Instead, I'm going to tell you what the famous Cathie Wood has to say about it and why people who follow her advice will probably make a lot of money. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, and join. Cathie Wood says that Tesla stock investors are right to be worried about the stock market and Tesla stocks in particular, but that now is the time to get into these markets and buy a lot of shares. What is it about this chance that makes it a once-in-a-century chance for investors and you based on Tesla's average trading levels between October 3rd, 2022 and December 20th, 2022? Cathie Wood's company that manages investments, ARK Invest, bought $88 million worth of Tesla stocks during that time. The company has a history of buying stocks when prices are low. In October, Cathie Wood announced through the flagship ARK Innovation ETF that she had bought 66,190 shares in EV, even though the price of Tesla stock had dropped by 60 since the company went public 10 years ago. Wood had decided to increase her investment in the company by a manager's $6.7 billion. The main fund, ARK Innovation ETF Tesla, is our third biggest investment. Wood is sure that Tesla stock will go up soon, so why is he buying more shares? We'll talk about that more as the video goes on. But if you like this kind of thing, don't forget to follow and turn on notifications. Cathie Wood says that investment experts have said that expected changes in robotics are a reason why test performance and stock price are going up, could help growth in the future at Tesla, could use AI and clean energy to power its cars. Cathie thinks that by 2023, when inflation has slowed and new ideas are playing a role, these ventures will have done very well in the market, leading to huge wealth growth for these companies. Cathie says that decline will also make people more creative. It was predicted that the car industry would have problems after the self-destruction of innovation caused by deflation. This is because firms are managing their stock portfolios with little long-term investment. In the case of commodity deflation, when inventories are deflated, may find it hard to keep up with the new market competition, and automakers with companies that make goods that will soon be out of date will have to sell their goods in shares at lower prices or risk losing a lot of money. Cathie Wood said that businesses that are better at coming up with new ideas would be able to handle the expected deflation. This is not the first time that something like this has happened. Stock investors were convinced by Cathie's worries about deflation in 2021 that it was a bigger threat to the economy and financial markets than inflation was. Since Tesla is committed to innovation, the manufacturer shouldn't have any problems with this. According to Cathie Wood, interest rates could have a big effect on the price of Tesla shares in the future. The market is getting ready for the possibility of a rate drop from the Fed coming soon. Both the economy and the stock market are suffering from historically high unemployment. Interest rates that are very high and are likely to stay that way, getting to levels we haven't seen in a long time. Elon Musk, the company's founder and CEO, has said in the past that he thinks the recent price increases are to blame for the stock price drop. Investors are worried about the future because interest rates are going up, which has caused the value of stock investments to drop. Thankfully, inflation is slowing, which suggests that the Fed may decide to put off rate hikes for now, but the financial markets are pricing in another rate hyper. It was about 0.5 percentage points or 50 basis points this time. Christopher Waller, a governor at the Federal Reserve, said that he is now sure enough about the economy to back a plan to raise interest rates by only 50 basis points. The Federal Reserve has said that inflation is lower, which makes people less worried. Larry Brainerd, vice chair of the Federal Reserve Board, recently expressed hope and said it was possible that the Fed would quickly stop raising interest rates because recent inflation data in the U.S. showed that prices were rising more slowly. In a positive way, Cathie Wood has told Tesla that the company can grow its energy-related AI robotaxi businesses. He says that the only industry that grew in 2022 was the energy business, which went up by almost 50%, according to our great fortune. Tesla is currently seeing an incredible expansion in this market. According to the company's reports, the Tesla energy division had a considerable expansion during the third quarter of 2022, resulting in record sales and energy storage installations. The sum of $1.117 billion was total of 8. Tesla's energy sales, which increased by 38.6% year over year, although Cathie Wood predicts the rising inflation would eventually destroy most of the industry's competitors. She also predicts that most people will select electric automobiles, leading to a dramatic drop in oil usage very, very shortly. Although she cannot see into the future, of course, she believes the EV industry is growing rapidly, and that several events point to the direction in which the future of EVs will go. In that direction, it's only upwards in terms of popularity as demand rises and prices fall, which predicts the EV market will grow from $287.36 billion in 2021 to $318.22 billion in 2020, $2 billion in 2028 after a dip in sales around the year 2020-22 to the Pandemic, the years 2022 to 2024 are expected to be the most promising for sales of electric vehicles. This is achievable with current policies and government support, so it's no exaggeration to say that Cathie remains unshaken in her conviction about Tesla in an interview last week with Yahoo Finance. CEO and founder of ARK said she didn't worry about Musk's leadership at Tesla. Goldman Sachs gave Tesla another blow earlier this week when it cut its price target and lowered its estimates for tested deliveries and gross margins for the fourth quarter. This made it more likely that demand would drop. Goldman kept its buy rating and is optimistic about the long run. ARK, like Goldman, is still optimistic about the company's long-term delivery prospects. He pointed out that by loosening supply chains, Tesla would be able to drive down costs and prices, which would help bring electric vehicles to the masses. Wood told Yahoo Finance that Elon's main job at Tesla right now is to move the company toward an autonomous taxi platform, which I think will happen in 2024. I think he still believes it will happen next year. Cathie is a huge fan of the stock market, and her company, ARK Invest, has given back millions to people who put money into it. According to reports, Cathie said that shares would be worth $4,600 by 2026. In 2025, she thought that Tesla stock would be worth around $3,000. Cathie, I believe this year has been bad for the stock market, but for her, the best time to buy is when stocks are cheap, which happens during a bear market. Do you agree with Cathie Woods' decision to buy more shares? Let us know in the comments section below, and then watch the video to learn about Tesla's latest projects. Thank you, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next movie.